What are some little things people at your workplace do that really pee you off? Step 1. Company-wide email about something that only pertains to a small percentage of offices. Step 2. One person replies all with a thanks or other meaningless response. Yeah, they screwed up and hit reply all. But IT should end there. What really happens? Step 3. 75,983,543 people reply all saying to stop, hit reply all. This tends to carry over for a few days. You think it is over and then bam, please remove me from your list, and it starts all over again. I wonder how many people that reply to all on that crap are just trolling and how many of them are actually that stupid. One of my coworkers is lazy and constantly blames his shortcomings on other people. His favorite phrase is, "What? Am I supposed to just pull that out of my butt? He's 34 and still writes his football number on everything he owns. So I guess constantly refusing to be responsible while taking all of the credit for my work pisses me off. Frick that fool." Interrupt me to hold meetings where they ask if stuff will be done on time, not if I'm always in a meeting. Seriously, half my day today is meetings like that. I checked. Wait, I know the throat clearing guy, Malcolm? Not a gripe, but a wow, I'm lucky. Our company went all proactive on a lot of this, reading a lot of the complaints. I thought to myself, huh, I don't hear those same noises, seems odd. Then I remembered, our office actually has a gigantic white noise generator, above the drop ceiling. You don't realize just how freaking loud it is until the power goes out and it's deafeningly silent. But when they're on, your brain doesn't even notice. They're glorious. I sit next to a guy on a joint desk who every couple of minutes, despite telling him to try not to, bangs his elbows down on the desk, sending a shudder through my tablet and disrupting my work. It's like sitting next to a freaking baby rhino. Every time he does it, respond with an over-the-top terrified awe. Old guy in the office keep complaining to the bosses about me because he does not understand the software we use, and he is constantly sending me emails with giant red text and tons of exclamation marks. On top of all of this, he constantly sleeps at his desk. Picture for Reddit, please. Also, make the picture for the office also. People in cubes all around me wear headphones and then fart out loud, thinking no one else can hear it because the music, which only they hear, is so loud. Sounds like you need some headphones. People that touch my monitor with their greasy fingers, even though the age of CRTs is over and my LCD has a matte screen, this still irritates me. Also, this one guy knows that I need to leave around the same time every day to pick my kid up from daycare, but he still often comes around 10 minutes before I have to leave and starts up an in-depth technical discussion. He's kind of the team lead, so it's hard to just blow him off completely. I work in an office with a couple who are openly dating. He sits behind me, and she works across the office. Shouldn't bother me, right? Wrong. That B comes over to his desk every 5 minutes to either discuss their drunken escapades or to harass him about really personal things. She's gone through his emails at work, and even gone as far as to ask me if I'm a threat to her relationship. The most annoying part, every time, without fail, that she comes to his desk, she bumps into my chair and doesn't even apologize. For that to occur with the frequency in which it does, I am getting grated to my last nerve. Next time she bumps it, I'm going to roll my chair backwards and knock her down, and then I won't apologize. A lady at one of my jobs says, "Is it Friday yet?" Every freaking day that isn't Friday. No B, it's not. Now stfoo and get back to work. Sounds like somebody has a case of the Mondays. QJut, please email so-and-so and have them derpity derp the derp. Let me know what they say. Dumbass. Why the frick can't you just send that email directly to them? Welcome to management, where you don't do anything but make sure people do stuff. The reason he does this is so that you know what so-and-so has to say about derpity derp the derp, so that if crap goes towards the fan, QJ's on the line, not dumbass. An idea to hopefully help you all. Draw up some bingo cards that go up to 60. Give them out to the people you like in the office. Make a list of things that you all agree annoy the crap out of you. Whenever someone hears one of those things, make a note of the time in minutes of the hour. For example, 9:54 is 0:54, 12:18 is I-18, etc. Have a rule that someone has to confirm hearing it and then email that out to everyone involved. I guarantee you'll either stop hating that sound or actually grow to love it. My office even has a Stanley Cup-like trophy that you get to keep at your desk until someone else wins the next game. 2-minute list. But my all-time favorite is how nobody seems to give a crap about what I do unless I make 1-minute error, in which case everyone seems to know WHOIAM. Oh, and managers saying it's not a wonder you work here. Finally counted that one with at least I'm not going to be here forever. Shut her right the frick up. I worked at a little healthy fast food place in a mall food court. My coworker gave a customer an egg breakfast sandwich with a runny, raw egg. Of course, the customer complained. I remade the sandwich and confronted my coworker. She said that they didn't have eggs in Brazil and I would just have to make the breakfast stuff because she didn't know how to cook eggs. In retrospect, they probably have eggs in Brazil. I work at a restaurant in Orlando and we had a Brazilian girl come to work with us for a while as part of an internship. Her job was to keep the glasses and ice stocked. She complained that she didn't know how to do these things because at home her maid would take care of everything in the kitchen. She didn't last very long. My coworker who sits right next to me loves to talk herself up and fish for compliments. It gets incredibly irritating. She'll say things like, I used to think I didn't know how to do this thing but everybody says I'm too hard on myself and tells me I'm really smart and good at what I do. You know what I mean? Not to mention, she's awful at her job. Just reply with a deadpan number. No, I don't know what you mean and go back to work. 1. Co-workers try to do crap that they have no idea how to do, and I end up spending my whole afternoon putting out their fires. Figuratively, no actual combustion involved. 2. All of the freaking officer speak like a normal goddamned human being. Oh, Diane is out of pocket for the next week. Yes, I'll reach out to the client. We'll leverage these ideas and circle up with the client next week, and so on. Says the guy describing putting out fires. Work with a girl who says Pacific instead of specific. Constantly says 100k for kicking a ball around a field every time someone talks sports in the office and always moans it is cold. I worked with a woman who had at least 7 kids and whenever one of them would get sick she'd be worried they had pneumonia. My colleague talks out loud, or rather quietly to himself while trying to solve a freaking easy problem. I know this is my cue to tell him the answer to shut that goddamn whispering up. He whispers stupid crap as well like okay, so it's not working. That's strange I did a thing. Freaking heck. I did that a lot when I worked at a programming job, but I think being eccentric is par for the course in that field. My managers on shift will ask me to do something just as I am clearly doing said thing, and then they get mad when I don't reply with yup, will do. They make coffee using the orange coffee pot instead of the black one. I know that means it's decaf, but I know no one drinks decaf coffee, so did they just use the wrong coffee pot? Can I drink this or should I just make an entire new pot of coffee? Is there any way for me to tell? Is it worth just trying it? If it's decaf I might never know, which is going to bother me even more. No idea how to handle a situation like that. You know what? This is too stressful. I'm taking the day off. Idle away the allotted work time for a project, then complain non-stop about having to pull long hours to get their goddamn job done in the last week, then fixating on worthless 2-bit decisions drawing them out needlessly while great showstoppers don't even get looked at, until I have to force them to. Yeah, what a rough few weeks it has been. Worst part, pretty sure if they read this comment and knew who wrote it, they probably still wouldn't realize it was about them. I teach pre-K and oftentimes other teachers, mainly preschool, will talk about inappropriate things in front of their students. Yes, they are young, but that does not mean they cannot understand what you are saying. People who take the elevator down one flight. Of course there are obvious exceptions like carrying lots of stuff or being injured, but for the rest of the lazies out there, seriously? Elevator etiquette is lost on some people I work with. The most frustrating person will not recognize the unspoken rule of letting the people off before getting on. She will pile into an elevator that is packed with people. To top it off, she always says excuse me in a snide tone of voice. Ugh. I know this shouldn't bother me as much as it does, I'm getting a bit worked up just writing this. I have a guy that has no sense of personal space. He will come over and talk to me, which is okay. The problem is that while I'm sitting in my chair his package is 2 inches from my cheek. Everybody in my office has Windows Live Instant Messengers so we can easily contact each other. Under your name you can type a little message which most of us use for stepping out for lunch, etc. There is one drama-loving bee that puts a new message every day that is often directed at someone has something to do with her constant drama. Yesterday, how many of us have them? Friends, I mean, she directed this at the new girl who she decided she didn't like on the poor girl's first week. She has convinced almost everyone in our office to avoid talking to the girl. So yesterday after Drama B posted this message, I took the new girl out to lunch. TLDR. Lady posts hateful messages on her IM for everyone to see about the new girl. So I took the new girl out for lunch. You are good. In the staff room, one employee always leaves the old tea bag near the sink so she can use it again on the next break. It's a small irritation but one nevertheless. A small, inconspicuous squirt of hand soap on the tea bag may sway her future decisions to do that. Dudes wearing tons of annoying adolescent boy body spray. I used to have to share an office with this douchy young dude who reeked of Old Spice Matterhorn, like he just exuded a cloud of it every day. Matterhorn smells of ice, wind, and freedom. Do you hate ice and wind, or is it just freedom? I bet it's freedom. My boss is a demanding jackbutt, and my employee is a lazy bee who tries to sleep all day. Being self-employed sucks. When we get free candy at work and it's all gone in 2 hours because someone took it home with them. TL Doctor, candy grinches. People who had every single diploma degree certification after their name in their email signature. Why do they think I care that they have a BA? Worked in a place that had disposable latex gloves. People that wouldn't chuck them in the bin once they had finished with them would really irk me off. Come to think of it, just people that did not clean up after themselves in general frustrated me. I sit beside my boss at work, and while it isn't a little thing, it is truly nasty and pisses me off. He blows his nose into his hand all day and eats it. He will suck on his fingers like there is Cheetos residue all over them, and he'll do it all day. I don't know if he thinks we can't see him, but if he does, it doesn't bother him. Makes me wanna puke every time he does it. Example. Frfheer. FFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffff FF. Schlick. HHHNNRRMMMHHH. I am not respected or recognized by my managers or boss for my consistent hard work, and I feel like they want me gone. I am a nice guy and have never done anything wrong. Then there's other people I work with who are freaking lazy buttholes who do no work and are somehow instantly best friends with all the managers and boss from day one they started here and get away with everything. Frick this place. The constant chewing with their mouths open, or talking with their mouths full, even after I've made comments about it. Man, didn't these people's parents teach them anything? I work for a Chinese company. There is little to no oversight and generally speaking no one is thinking about big picture stuff. That being said, I am constantly harassed with ideas of improvement which would basically make an already muddled system even more unorganized. Only read half of my instructions. Sure, the second half is of absolutely no importance at all. Don't bother yourself, just do half the work. Who's gonna notice? Costumers you say? Nah, you think? Oh my freaking god. This one fat guy I work with is a compulsive liar. He's only 22 and according to him he has visited over 12 countries, can bench 680 pounds, is a registered MMA fighter, has played in a successful metal band, is a ghost hunter when he's not at working, and is an amateur butcher in his free time. Today I'll try to brag about some stuff to see if he comes up with even more whiny balls trying to make his life seem less pathetic. TL. DR. Compulsive liars frustrate me. Anyone who cannot control their temper and shouts or speaks aggressively. I will never understand this. It's just a job. When they talk to me, I am being serious. I have learned that because of my position, that talking to fellow employees just brings problems. The ones I hate the most are the coworkers who want to chat with me just so they can get some dirt on me, or find out some bit of info that they can use to their own benefit, which usually is a detriment to me, meaning I could get injured or killed if I told the wrong thing to the wrong person. Then there are the insulting questions I get asked. Those suckers really have gall. It's just not worth it. Working in a quiet office with very low morale. There is this guy that sits a few cubicles from me, and he is constantly clearing his throat or coughing. Every single day. He can't go 2 minutes without clearing his throat and he has no reason to. So freaking annoying. I used to work in a very small office, 1 desk, 2 people, where this woman would constantly slurp with every other breath or so. Very annoying. I later found out that doing that is indicative of having untreated diabetes. I work with a lot of people from countries that do not have toilets. There is always pee all over the floor and toilet seats and crap smears on the seats. It is pig freaking disgusting. They're all adults, engineers, professionals too. In Silicon Valley, it's not like I'm working with a bunch of people that you would think would be savages, but apparently. I always place the cleaning products back in the cleaning cabinet. For some reason after every shift they disappear and reappear at random places throughout the store. What the? It can't be that hard to put it back in the cabinet. Walking behind my desk. WTF dude, I am trying to get important Reddit things done and here you are, forcing me to pull some random program up and act like I'm working until you go away. I'm sure that's one that a lot of people can relate to, but I work with some pretty unique individuals as well. I'm sure a lot of people have that one creepy old guy in their office who might or might not have some form of mild mental disorder. But did he bring you stuffed animals from his desk for the first several months after you were hired and declare loudly to the whole office how this stuffed spider or cougar was your new supervisor for the day? I was so freaking flabbergasted by the weirdness of it all that I never really knew what to say to make him stop, and I'm just glad that he eventually quit on his own. No one uses a courtesy flush. It's beyond annoying to walk into the bathroom at the workplace and get a huge whiff of butt vapor. They just sit there and soak it in. Also they seem to synchronize their chutes so none of the stalls are open. I'm a maintenance man where I work, and I've cleaned the bathroom while a guy is taking a dump. Christ on a cross, I've never smelled anything so bad. I swear he made the ambient temperature go up 15 degrees. And you could just feel it on you, like a rotten fish in a sauna. And the smell, like he crap puke. Just the aura of him crapping forced me out of the bathroom until he was done. Smoke breaks. Why can't I take 15 minutes off every hour just because I'm not addicted to nicotine? Fricks me off to no end. Someone brings in cookies. Cookies proceed to get destroyed, except for the last one. Some butthole cuts it in half. Someone picks a piece off of the half, nut up and take the last one. This isn't Zano's cookie paradox. We aren't feeding infinite people with one cookie. My coworker sits next to me and all day long shows me pictures of freaking cats. Cats, he never does any work, just pretends to when the boss comes by. Apparently there is some site he is addicted to that basically that's all there is. Freaking cats. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.